Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video. Okay, I want to give you guys a 18-day update regarding my 6x3090 rig. Okay, in a Octo server. You guys may have seen my previous videos over the past couple of weeks, and I have been running this thing nonstop on Clore Fleet or Clore.ai's GPU rental platform. And so it's not technically mining. I'm not using these GPUs for mining, but it's for AI. All right. Basically, what's happening here is this 3090 rig here. I know it looks like I have it on Hive OS, okay, but it's using the Clore Fleet platform on top of it. There's a video here explaining how to install Clore Fleet, so check it out, link down below. But yeah, I've been basically using this to rent out on Clore.ai's platform. Someone else is currently renting my 6x3090 rig. Okay, I can actually show you here. I am here, 6x3090. I'm at the very bottom. I have a reliability score now of about 99.94%. Yeah, literally just yesterday, I had a little like blip, a little power surge or something, and the power went out, and then the server went down, and everything came back up. So I was gonna be at like 99.99%, but then it went down. So this is over a span of 14 days, but now it's been 18 days. So I'm kind of mad about that little drop, but it's still good. It's still good. It looks like I am the most expensive rented server currently, according to I'm showing like all rented servers on 3090s, just for 3090s on Clore.ai, and there's actually a lot of 3090s rented. I'm actually like quite surprised here. Some of these 3090s are rented at $3.85 USD for one. That's quite amazing. But I have 6 here that are rented at $24 USD a day for all 6. So I'm pretty much at like a $4 a day per 3090 earning on Clore.ai's platform. So I mainly wanted to touch on how much I've earned over the past 18 days and how beneficial it is that I've been using Clore.ai's platform, getting paid out in Clore, and then also reaping the reward of that price appreciation that Clore has had over the past, I guess, month or so. Okay, this is what I want to explain that, you know, when I made that video like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was maybe earning, you know, it was like $24 a day USD worth in Clore. But since there's been price appreciation in Clore, it's been going up. Okay, so just looking at my, you know, the first day when I started, it was, you know, $24 a day, but now it says $29 a day, $28 a day, 28, 28, 28, and you can see that the price fluctuates here, and it's pretty much dependent on the fluctuation in Clore's price. So, you know, when I started on June 7th, okay, here we go. So when I started on June 7th, it went up all the way to July 10th. All right, you did see a little bit of price appreciation, a couple cents in Clore. So that's pretty much in line with, you can see the dip here. That means when the Clore's price is going up, I'm actually getting paid less Clore. Okay. And so then when the price started going back down, you can see I was earning more Clore. And because I've been holding it, I haven't been selling the Clore. And I'm going to touch on that. I'm going to be renting out this Clore. I'm going to be staking it on their platform to earn more Clore. We'll explain that later. But you can see that, yes, I've been earning more Clore basically when the price dips because it's, yeah, I'm gaining more of the Clore. So hopefully that makes sense. But then look at this, July 19th to July 22nd, we went up, Clore went up like 8 cents. So you can see I did have a drastic drop here. This pretty much correlates to the price change in Clore. So July 22nd, you know, Clore was that. Did I say a couple cents? I mean, like, you know, half a cent or whatever like that. Okay. I thought this was in pennies, but anyways, you guys know what I mean. So you can see here, July 22nd, this is when I earned the least amount of Clore. So you can actually see since, you know, the price has gone down actually since then, July 25th now, yeah, penny and a half. All right. You can see that my earning, because the price went down, the graph in revenue here shows that I have earned less. It's supposed to be $24 a day in Clore. That's how much I've been, you know, that's how much my rental is for my server. Okay, so $24 a day in USD, but it's going to be paid out in Clore. And so that's going to be dependent on Clore's price. So zooming out, it looks pretty bad, right? It looks pretty bad. But, you know, since we've had a bit of price appreciation in the market, maybe not today as a recording, but if things start going on the up and up here, everyone's talking about, altcoin season, et cetera, et cetera. Not financial advice, anything like that. But since I'm holding this Clore, I'm going to continue to hold it, and I'm going to see, over the past 18 days, combined, this is worth $480. What if Clore did go to, I don't know, 10 cents or something, maybe a good 7x, 8x from here? Then what I have earned here, 31,443 Clore, that's worth about, let's see here, that's about $487 USD. But what if I calculated it at 10 cents? This could be worth $3,144. Okay, so that's if Clore price appreciated to, 10 cents. All right, I didn't do like 35 cents. Previous all-time high was what? Previous all-time high for Clore was, let's see here, 44 cents. Let's do a fun calculation there. So times 0.44. That means for the past 18 days that I have been on this platform renting out my 6x3090 rig, that means I could potentially have, if Clore went to previous all-time high, this could be worth 13,000, almost 14 grand just for the past 18 days if Clore went to 44 cents. Is that going to happen? I don't think so. I'm just talking in theory here. Okay, this is the whole point of being on this platform. And there's actually a bunch of other platforms out there. It's not just Clore.ai. There's actually Octaspace. I think that's really popular too. I've been wanting to try Octaspace here. They also have their rental platform here for GPUs, and you get paid out in Octaspace. Okay, so same idea. Octaspace could have some price appreciation there. It's not like Salad or Vast.ai. These two platforms here, you're being paid out in fiat. Essentially, Salad, you're being paid out in gift cards, PayPal, basically in fiat. So they don't have the benefit with having the potential price appreciation like Clore.ai has or Octaspace. These platforms, you're getting paid out in crypto, which is a benefit because you have the potential of the upside of the coin if it goes up, and if you're holding it, that is okay. That's a big if you're not selling, withdrawing the coins, you got to pay for electric maybe, then, you're missing out on the potential gains there. And of course, it's a much higher risk though. Okay. There's also a risk that the price of the coins could just go down, just like what we're seeing recently, right? Clore had a bit of a pump up to 2 cents here, but now it's 1.5 cents. So of course, there's also a risk regarding being paid out in crypto, because by the time you maybe withdraw or, want to sell it, it could be down a lot more than what you first initially got paid out in. Your cost basis then, just like this, just like we're seeing July 22nd, right? I was supposed to get $24 a day, but on that day, because Clore pumped up to 2 cents and now I got paid less Clore, essentially, the value of the coin went down. So it's $19 in Clore a day there. Okay, so it's you can see the difference there, which I explained in the beginning. So finally, what am I going to do with this Clore that I've been earning? Well, I've been thinking about using their proof of holdings on their platform here. So you can actually just stake your coins that you've been holding on their platform, or you can actually stake in their wallet as well, their official core wallet, which I would say is much safer. If you're doing it through just as a risk, okay, there's a potential risk here because you're doing it through their website. Your Clore.ai account is an email address that you're logging in. Of course, there's 2FA, Google Authenticator to log in, but just saying your Clore coins here are on Clore.ai's website. So if there's a potential that, I don't know, their website gets hacked or something like that, you're hooped, right? It's just like keeping your coins on an exchange. You do not want to do that. You don't want to take that risk, okay? And I know with Tangem actually has Clore, but there is no staking function on Tangem wallet. Use code RPM for 10% off if anyone's interested in a cold storage wallet for Tangem wallet. But yeah, Tangem has Clore in there, but no staking or anything is available. So what is this proof of holding POH system? Well, basically what Clore explains here is it is designed to incentivize users to hold Clore coins in their official Clore wallet. POH stands out by offering immediate rewards without requiring a minimum holding period, making the participation in the ecosystem both accessible and attractive. This system not only strengthens the network's stability, but also fosters a vibrant and engaged community. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, so basically what you're doing is you're earning an APY on the Clore. Okay, so you can you can see the period of time that you can stake, and I think you can see generally how much Clore you can earn within that time frame. Okay, so you stake 250,000 Clore, you can earn about 15,000 Clore within the next 2,160 hours. So there's a lot of different ones here with different APYs. If you stake 200,000 Clore here, you can earn 24,000 Clore, so 50% APY. Wow. Like some of these, wow, that's absolutely insane. So yeah, you can earn a pretty good amount by doing that if you're holding your Clore anyway, and if you're believing that, you know, if you're going to be staking Clore, that you're hoping for also price appreciation of the coin. And obviously that's a big risk if you're going to be doing something like that. All right, my friends. But yeah, I've been successfully using Clore.ai with my 6x3090 rig. It's got another 285 hours left to be rented, right? It's currently rented out. I'm curious, okay, over the next, it should be done within the next, I think 12 days or so, that it's going to be unrented. And then I'm curious if someone's going to then rent it out after that, right? This is the whole thing regarding, you know, it's not really stable in a way. Like there's plenty of, like, let's just, for example, there's actually plenty of 3090s. There's actually a lot that are rented, but if I scroll up to the top, it actually shows a bunch that are not rented. Okay. And I'm going to attribute that to a lot of these guys don't really have fast internet. Okay. You can actually see the internet connection with all these. What I found and the people I've talked to that are into AI now, basically internet connection is paramount. If you don't have fast internet, you will probably not get rented. And also the specs of the system have to be pretty good. You got to have, you know, at least Xeon or AMD EPYC CPUs, you know, 128, 256, 512 gigs of RAM, fast storage, you know, NVMe storage at least. Okay, it cannot be SSD. SSD is too slow. SATA connection SSDs, you know, I mean, more so people want to use M.2 or NVMe or U.2s. That's where the speed lies. That's where a lot of this AI stuff. You need really heavy duty, you know, enterprise grade hardware, at least to, you know, be able to participate in something like this. Okay, so for anyone that's thinking about getting into something like this, just know, right? But Clore.ai actually, you know, because they also have two different marketplaces, essentially, you can choose mainline or power efficient. Power efficient is going to be for crypto mining, essentially. Okay. So if you don't have great enough hardware and you just want to maybe earn a little bit, you can see some 3090s only rented for like $1 or $2. These are all on, some of these are on, you know, typical home, you know, consumer computers, gaming computers, you know, Celeron CPUs, maybe not, you know, i7s or EPYCs or anything like that. They're renting it out at a much lower rate. And so those are probably going to be power efficient, right? Or octo miners. Okay. If you have the PCIe 1X, mainline is going to be the hardcore stuff. Okay. It will show for actual people that are going to rent it out for, you know, typical AI workloads. So mine is obviously, you know, AMD EPYC. There is one thing I'm concerned about. It shows PCIe 4.0 X4. I did a code in that video. Thank you to Swamp7. I am running PCIe 4.0 X16, okay, on those 4 3090s. So I don't know why it's showing X4 speed here, but I realize there's a bunch of other people with X4 here. So I don't know if it's a configuration thing on my end, but I'm pretty sure they're on X16 lane speed. Yeah, I think it's a glitch on Clore.ai's end. Oh no, here's two X3090s. It shows PCIe 4.0 X16. So I'm gonna figure that out. I don't think, you know, I really don't think it's on X4 because I did verify it's on X8. But anyways, guys, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update here. How much I've been earning: $500 or $482 over the past 18 days here. Hasn't even been a month yet. So yeah, for these 63090s to earn, you know, this much over the past 18 days is pretty good. Okay. It's definitely better than mining specifically. But of course I'm being paid out in Clore, which is another, you know, could be an added benefit or a risk. Of course, price could go down and the value could be much less, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. Okay, guys, so that's all I wanted to do in this video. I'll have an update for another video update of this rig once we hit 1 month. Okay, that's going to be actually really good. 1 month earnings on this rig. And yeah, so we'll see what we earn. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.